Alright, train video number 2. We are going to make the stack. Now the stack is, let's pull that up real quick. The stack is looking like this, and there's a few different ways to make this. I found my preferred way is going to be using extrusions, lofts, chamfers, and a hole or two. You could try to, with these dimensions, do a revolve. I haven't found that it's very successful. But it is a cylindrical object, so you could do that. I find that the extrude, then loft, then extrude, then chamfer, then drill a hole. That's my plan, and I'm going to walk you through that plan. So here's the train body that we made, and don't be alarmed, but we're going to make the body disappear. And now we're going to make a new sketch. We want to pick a plane. I'm going to pick this bottom plane here, this top-facing plane. And I'm just going to kind of come over here in space because I know the train is hanging out here somewhere. So I'm going to basically draw this thing off to the side with the intention that I would assemble it later. So I'm going to convert it to a component later and just assemble it using that joints thing that we did in class today. So starting at the bottom of the stack, I'm going to dimension this circle 1/2 inch because that's what it says. And I'm going to finish the sketch. It should maybe hit the house so it gives me a little look. Now I'm going to extrude this, that first distance, which is 0.25. So here it goes, 0.25, and I'll get a little thing that looks like a hockey puck or something, right? Now, my next move is to loft up to another circle that's up here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is use an offset plane. I'm going to click this surface and then assign a value in the box here. And the difference, the top of this, where this circle needs to be drawn, is 1.5 from the very bottom. So we could say 1.5 minus 0.25 to get the difference. And that's just going to put this plane up here in space. And now that I've got a flat surface up there in space, I can put a sketch on it. I'm going to go ahead and draw the circle. I know it's bigger, so I'll click that, and then I'll click Dimension. And how big is it supposed to be? Well, it looks like it's a diameter of 1 1/4, 1.25. And there you have it. So we're going to finish the sketch. And now here's the cool move where you loft. A loft is hiding under Create, so find Loft, if your mouse works. There you go. My mouse is intermittent. All right, so I click the top of that. I click this. Why don't you worky? Let's cancel. We'll try again. Choose loft. Choose loft. Try to just get this edge right here. If we just get the edge, right? Not the whole face. Oh, there it goes. Boom. So now we've lofted from that to that. And we're going to put a sketch right on top here. Actually, I don't think you even need with this program to put a sketch. This is a habit that I've got from a different program. So you don't really need a sketch there. You could just hit extrude, and this program knows that you can just extrude this straight up. So the distance from there is another 1/4 inch, but it's listed as 1.75 minus what you've done already. So that'd be 1.5. And so there you have it. This is the top part. Now we're going to stick a chamfer right here, and this one's tricky. The chamfer is 15 degrees from vertical. So we could think of that as being, what, 75 degrees? I don't know, but we'll figure it out because that's what we do. We're going to do, let's see, not equal distance because that would give us 45. So let's do distance and an angle. Here's the edge we want to do. The angle is going to be, let's say 15 degrees. And the distance is that difference, so that's 0.25. Oh, gotta type it in the right spot, my man. 0.25. How does that look? That looks real wrong. So, I think we need to use the other angle. So not 15 degrees, but let's use the converse or whatever. We'll say 75 degrees. How's that looking? That's not looking good either. That's okay, because we don't quit. We just keep trying. I'm going to go ahead and maybe I'm going to delete this chamfer and remake it. So let's find chamfer. This time I'm going to select this circle down here. I'm going to use that 15 degrees, right? And I'm also going to use 0.25 and see what happens now. No, that's not right either. Or is it? Nope. So let's try 75 degrees. What does that do? Nothing. What if we say, oh, can we pull the arrow the other direction? That doesn't do anything for us. Oh, let's try this. We'll make that 0.25 like it was before. And let's try flip. What does flip do? Oh, that's bad. That's even worse than it was before. But let's make this 15 degrees. That's not good either. So you can see I'm struggling here. That's okay. So I'm going to cancel. I don't have a chamfer, so I'm going to make a chamfer. It's okay to struggle, folks. So we're going to do a distance and an angle. The distance, we know that's got to be 0.25 somehow. We know the degrees is 15 somehow. That's wrong. So if we hit flip now, oh my gosh, it's perfect. Struggle is real, people. It's been a long day. I'm going to put a sketch right on the top. I'm going to put a point right in the center. Can I get the center? Boom. And finish the sketch. Now it's time to drill a big old hole. Zoink. And this hole is a little more complex because it's actually two holes combined to make one, and it's called a counter bore hole. And if we look over here, we've got simple counter bore and counter sink. We want to choose counter bore, and we get a whole bunch of different dimensions that we can put here in the box. So the first one is the overall depth from the very top of the hole to the very bottom. And if we look at the hole notes over here, I'm actually going to pull that up so we can kind of look at it together. Right here is the hole notes, and this is saying like the fat part, the counter bore, is a diameter of 0.875 and a depth of 0.375. The smaller part is 0.375, and it goes all the way from the top to down 1.5. So here it comes, folks. So the overall depth was that 1.5. The wide part was 0.875. The depth of that wide part was 0.375 and 0.2. Was it 0.25 or was it wider? I gotta check one more time. No, it was 0.375 down here for the smaller of the two diameters. Excuse me, 0.375. Boink. Now you're like, man, son of Ani, I'm glad you didn't give up. You are the best, right? I could convert this to a component right now, and the body to a component right now, the train body, and then insert this into here. But I'm just going to leave it and call it quits on this stack video.